Let's go through a topic on linear equations with one variable. What is a variable? A variable is any unknown number. In a mathematical problem, say for example, we have to find the length of the rectangle, or we have to find the height of the rectangle, or we have to find the time, right? Now all of these parameters, whatever we have to find, is not known, right? It is unknown. So in such cases, we denote all of these unknown parameters using a letter or alphabet, right? It can be anything. For example, if you have to say length of a rectangle, right, then you can tell length is L. If you have to say height of a table, then you can say H, right? H is the height of the table, right? If you have to find the time, then we can represent time using the alphabet T. Similarly, there could be multiple things. Normally in mathematics we use X, Y, A, N. It can be anything, but generally we use these particular alphabets to denote that it is an unknown number or it's an unknown value. And all of these unknown numbers or unknown values are called as variables. What is an equation? The name itself tells that there is an equal sign, right? That means in an equation there are two sides. There is one left hand side and there is one right hand side, right? And in the middle there is equal to sign. Now say, look at this cycle, balance and weightlifting bar. So here we say the size of the wheel on the left hand side is equal to size of the wheel on the right hand side. Now let's take this example. This is the weightlifting bar. In the weightlifting bar, equal amount of weight is put on the left side and equal amount of weight is put on the right side. So we call this as balanced equation. Equation has to be balanced. That is, both the side, this is the left side and this is the right side. Both the sides should have equal weights. Only then it will be balanced. Now what will happen if I put less weights here and more weight here? What's going to happen? You cannot lift this. This is going to get tilted, right? This bar is going to get tilted. This bar is going to get tilted. It's going to become like this, right? Because if the weight on one side is more and the weight on the other side is low, then it's going to get tilted. So this is not balanced. If we have to maintain a balance, then weights on both the side should be same. Now let's look at this particular balance. If you see here, the left hand side balance is downwards. It is not equal, right? This is because the weight of this particular balance is more than this one. So in this case, this is not an equation because left hand side is not equal to right hand side. So for an equation, the left hand side and the right hand side should be equal and it should be balanced. Example for an equation is 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. So if you notice, x is a variable, right? It can be anything, right? X can denote time, length, breadth, height, age. It can be anything. So this is a variable. And then you have an equal sign. And then you have numbers on the right hand side, right? So anything which is towards the left of equal to sign is called as left hand side or LHS, that is left hand side. Anything towards the right hand side of the equal to sign is called as RHS or right hand side. Another example, 7x plus y is equal to 8. So we have x as one variable, y as one variable, right? And others are numbers. Similarly, we have 8 plus 7x is equal to 5. So this is another equation. What is a linear equation? Linear equation will only be like this. You will have x, y with power as 1, right? If there is nothing, we assume that the power is 1. But if the power is more than 1, then it is not a linear equation. If you have something like this, here x square plus 2 is equal to 7. We have x square. Since the power is more than 1, that is power is 2, this is not a linear equation. Even if the power is 3, it's not a linear equation. Now let's look at solving these equations. So an equation is given, right? We have to solve the equation. What does it mean when we say we have to solve the equation? Solving the equation means we have to find the value of the variable. What is a variable here? In 2x minus 3 is equal to 7, variable is x. So we have to find the value of x. That is called as solving the equation. Because x is an unknown variable. We don't know the value of this particular variable. So we will have to find out the value. So it's an unknown. So once we find out the value of x, it becomes known, and that is what is called as solving the equation. Now, how do we solve the equation? How do we get the value of x? Let's take one example, right? Say you have a packet of chocolates, right? All kinds of chocolates are there. You have Dairy Milk, Kit Kat, Perk, Gems. You have all kinds of chocolates. It's a mixed packet of chocolates. You just want to count the number of Dairy Milk silk chocolates that you have. Just want to count this number, right? Normally what we do, we pick Dairy Milk silk chocolates, put it on one side, and all the other chocolates which we don't want, right, we put it on the other side, right? That's a normal thing that we do. Whatever we want, we put it in one side, and whatever we don't want, we put it on the opposite side or on the other side, right? So in this case, let's assume that x is nothing but Dairy Milk chocolate, right? Because we don't know the number of Dairy Milk silk chocolates that we have. We don't know. So we call it as x, right? And 3 and 7 are other chocolates. So to find out the number of Dairy Milk chocolates, we first get all the Dairy Milk chocolates, put it on one side, and whatever chocolates we don't want, that is we don't want to count the other chocolates, so we put it on the other side. This way we'll be able to collect all the Dairy Milk chocolate and we'll be able to count them. This is called as solving an equation. Let's take an example. Solve the equations, get the value of the variable. Whenever you see a question that tells solve the equation, it means you have to find the value of the variable. Say for example, we have 2x minus 3 is equal to 7. Same example. We'll have to find the value of x. So what we do, like in the chocolate case, we will have to find this value, right? So what we do, we bring this to one side and all the unwanted things, we put it to the other side. So we'll say 2x here, we'll put equal to, we are going to push whatever is there with this, we are going to push it to the other side. So we have 7 on the other side. Now we are going to shift this, right? We're going to shift 3 here. We have to shift minus 3, just not 3. We have to shift minus 3 because all of this have to go out, right? For us to get x. Now we'll have to do this step by step. One by one we'll start pushing, right? For example, when you're pushing chocolates, you will pick some chocolates, put the other side. Again, you pick some other chocolates and put on the other side. Similarly, we'll go number by number. We'll push minus 3 on the other side. Now, one thing we'll have to remember is whenever we are shifting, right, the signs will change. If it was minus, when you shift to the other side of equal to sign, it's going to become plus. If it was plus, it's going to become minus. It's just going to be opposite. And if there was multiply, then it will be divide. If there was divide, then it will be multiply. Now in this case, we have minus 3. We want to shift minus 3 to this side, right? When I say I have to shift this side, it means side after the equal to sign, right? Now, so minus 3 will become plus 3 because of this condition. So it's going to be plus 3. So we'll get 2x is equal to 7 plus 3 is 10. Now we still did not get x value. We just want x value, but there is 2 here. 2x means it is 2 into x, right? 2 into x is equal to 10. Now I have to shift this 2 here. What will happen if I have to shift this into, right? There is into here, 2 into x. When I shift it, it's going to be divide. So that means x is equal to 10 by 2, right? This was multiplication here. When it comes to the other side, it becomes division. When it goes to the other side, it will go to the denominator. Here it's in the numerator, right? You assume that 2 is at the top. When it goes to the other side, it's going to be in the denominator, like this. Now we have got x alone. So let's cancel this. 2 1s are, 2 5s are, and we are going to get x is equal to 5. So the answer is x is equal to 5. Let's take another example. 2y plus 9 is equal to 4. Now we'll have to solve, which means we'll have to find the value of y. So what we have to do, we'll have to remove this number 9 from this place, right? This is the left hand side, LHS. This is equal to, and this is RHS. Now to get just y, we'll have to push this. we'll have to shift this here. How do we shift? 2y is equal to 4. We just copy this 4 here and then shift this 9. So we'll get 9 here. Now here we have plus 9. So what should happen here? It's going to be minus 9. Because here the two numbers are added. So when two numbers are added, when it goes to the other side, it has to get subtracted. So this is going to be 2y is equal to 4 minus 9, which is minus 5. We still have to get y only, but we have 2y here. So what we have to do, when you say 2y, it is nothing but 2 into y. So when we push to the other side, it has to become division. So y is equal to minus 5, right? It's going to, this 2 will come to the denominator. So this is the value of y. This entire method of shifting is called as transpose, right? It's called as transpose. Transpose means transferring, moving, shifting. Now let's take this example. X by 3 plus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now we will have to find the value of x. So what we have to do, we have to take 1 by 1. We'll have to start shifting the numbers 1 by 1. So we'll x by 3, we'll have to shift this. So what's going to happen? We have equal to sign. We have minus 3 by 2 already here. Copy it as is. Now we have to shift 5 by 2. So we'll shift 5 by 2. But what should be the sign here? Here it was plus, right? Here it was an addition. Now when it goes to the other side, it's going to become subtraction. Now let's solve this. Minus 3 minus 5. Since the denominators are same, we are going to add the numerators, right? So it's going to be minus 3 minus 5. That's going to be minus 8 by 2. When you cancel, it's going to become 4. So x by 3 is equal to minus 4. 4 by 1 is nothing but 4. Now we want only x. This 3 we'll have to push it. Now we'll have to shift this. This is in the denominator and it is in division, right? There is division here and 3 is in the denominator. So when you shift this, this division is going to become multiplication. So x is equal to, copy this minus 4 first, and then this 3 is the denominator. This will directly go to the numerator. And the sign would be into. Minus 4 into 3. Because it was division here, it becomes multiplication here. Because this was in the denominator, it will go to the numerator. Right? So positions are going to change. The signs are going to change. So this is going to be x is equal to minus 4 into 3, which is minus 12. Now let's take few more examples, right? We have x minus 2 is equal to 7, right? So we will shift it. X 7. Now we'll have to shift this here. So here we have minus 2, right? This is in subtraction. So when you shift, it's going to become addition. So 7 plus 2. X is equal to 9. Another example, 6 is equal to z plus 2. Here, what we will do, we will keep z here, right? And shift 2 here, right? We'll shift 2 here on the other side. So it's going to become, just copy 6 as is, right? First thing is we have to copy whatever was there on the other side. Copy it, then do the shifting. So it's going to be 2. We're going to shift 2, so we have 2. What should be the sign? It's addition here. So it's going to become subtraction. So 6 minus 2 is 4 is equal to z. We can also write this vice versa. We can write it as z is equal to 4. It doesn't matter whether you write 4 is equal to z or z is equal to 4, it doesn't matter. Also in this equation, you can also write it like this. Z plus 2 is equal to 6. Right? You can also write it like this. It doesn't matter whether chocolates are on the left side or on the right side. Ultimately, you need to get the Dairy Milk Silk chocolates on one side and you should be able to count them. That's the main goal. It could be on the left side, it could be on the right side. So the same logic. You can do the same thing here. You will get the same answer. So Z is equal to 6. Copy whatever is there on the other side. Then do the shifting. So this is an addition. So it's going to become subtraction and 2. So Z is equal to 4. Right? Same answer you get. Few more examples. You have t by 5 is equal to 10. Right? Now this is directly under division. Right? So we'll have to shift it. What we have to shift? We have to shift 5 because we have to find t. So if you have to shift 5, you have 10 already here. Just copy that 10 as is. You have to bring this 5 to this side. This is in the denominator and it is in division. Since it is in the division, when it goes to the other side, it becomes multiply. So it's going to become 10 into 5. 5 is the denominator. So 5 will go to the numerator. So t is equal to 50. Another example, x. We'll have to find x. So x is equal to, copy what is there on the other side, 17 by 7. Now we have to shift this, right? So it's going to become 3 by 7 here. This entire thing we are shifting. And this is in addition, so this is going to become subtraction. So denominators are same, so we can subtract them. 17 minus 3 is 14 by 7, which is 2. 7 ones are 7 2. So x is equal to 2. So I hope this video has helped you in grasping the concepts of linear equations. Thanks for watching.